Warm afternoon and a very warm welcome to each and every one of you. It truly is a real pleasure to be back here in the Harcourts Gold auction rooms, and I do extend a very warm welcome to each and every one of you to the Harcourts Gold auction rooms here at number 471 Papanui Road. My name is Mark Morrison. I'll be your auctioneer here this afternoon. Now, before we do kick into things, I must of course just provide you with a very quick health and safety announcement, as you might expect, given the environment that we do live in these days with the impact of COVID-19. We do need to make the following announcement to each and every one of you. Firstly, you will note that we've asked for your details at the front door. If you haven't given those details to us, I would ask that you do go and see one of the team at the front door just so we can get your details from you. You will also note that we asked you to sanitize on your way into the room. I would ask that you actually sanitize your hands on the way out of the room upon your departure as well. Should you become unwell anytime in the next 14 days, it's imperative that you do let someone from the Harcourts Gold team know of that situation, and I would of course always suggest that you do touch base with your health professional as well. If you are feeling at all unwell here today in the rooms, we would respectfully ask that you can just discreetly go and let one of our team know you're not feeling so well, and we do just have to respectfully ask that you would vacate the rooms here today. Finally, please do remain inside one of our bubbles here that we've created here in the rooms. We've got 6 allotted seating areas, and then also some areas that are taped off for members of the public as well on the floor. So I appreciate a little unprecedented times, but we're really just doing this in the best interests of you good people. So we do thank you for your compliance and your understanding and working with us on that here today. Right, well, moving right along, folks, we're here to do 2 things here this afternoon. Firstly, to inform you that the property at number 32 Grantley Street has received a pre-auction offer which is acceptable to our owners. And secondly, we're here to see whether or not we do receive any bids over and above that pre-auction offer amount. And if we do so, then in fact we will be holding an auction here today. Now, may I firstly acknowledge our sellers and thank them for their ease of access throughout the campaign, their presentation, but first and foremost, I'd like to thank them for entrusting the team here at Harcourts Gold in their choice of agency. We appreciate that there is choice out here in the marketplace, and we acknowledge their choice and we thank them for choosing to work with us here with the Harcourts Gold team here. Now let me introduce you to some of the management team who work alongside me, making my job all the easier. Alana Davey, first seated here in the corner. She's the tech guru. She's the one putting the presentation up on screen, and she's going to be recording any bids that we might receive here this afternoon, just to ensure what I'm saying is replicated up on the screen. Mr. Chris Kennedy to my left as well, one of our owners here at the Harcourts Gold team, one of my fellow auctioneers as well. Chris will also be scribing the bids as well, so it's certainly a belts and braces approach here this afternoon, just to ensure that the numbers are nice and accurate. Across the far side of the room, one of our other business owners here, Lynette McFadden. I welcome you in here. Lovely to have you here this afternoon. And we've got various members of our management team here. Anna McKenzie, we've got Doug Soper and Nikki Cray as well, supporting us and helping you out. So should you need any assistance throughout the afternoon, please do make yourself known to any one of the team and they'll be more than happy to help you out. Now, I know the team at Harcourts Gold have made all the relevant documentation for today's auction available to you, including the limb, the title, and of course the contract from which we work from here this afternoon. That's been approved by the Real Estate Institute of New Zealand and the Auckland District Law Society. Now, there are a few rules and regulations that we must adhere to when it comes to bidding at an auction, so I'm just going to navigate you through some of those before we do kick things off. Firstly, it should come as no surprise to you that as auctioneer, I may nominate the sum by which the bids increase, although given today's scenario, it's more than likely that I'll be very accommodating and work with you in your desired bids. I can refuse a bid if I deem it to be not in the best interest of my owners, but once again, that is unlikely. And if a dispute arises with a bid, more than likely, we'll just revert to the last undisputed bid and then recommence the bidding forward from there. Given our starting bid is effectively our reserve price today, There'll be no vendor bids placed by myself as auctioneer or any of my fellow licensed agents, so rest assured any bids that you do see will be coming from the floor, will be coming from any competition out there. Now at the conclusion of the auction, which will be designated by the gavel coming down onto the rostrum such as this, if it comes down in your favour, congratulations, you are a successful purchaser. Before you commence those celebrations, you do have a couple of simple obligations to fulfil. The first one is that you'll need to sign the agreement, and in doing so you're acknowledging receipt of the approved REA guide. Secondly, you'll arrange to make payment of a very neat and precise 10% of the purchase price here this afternoon, unless of course you have made alternative arrangements with our owners, which they have happily signed off. Well folks, they are the rules and regulations by what we play with today. Very shortly I will announce the level of that pre-auction offer. I'll let you simmer over that. Should I not receive a bid over and above that level, then I will knock down the property to the initiator of this pre-auction offer. Very good. Now, Mr. Caleb Griffian, here he is on the phone. Welcome into you, Caleb. Wonderful to be working alongside you after some 6 weeks break, shall I say. Caleb has, of course, been your tour guide towards home ownership. He's been the one answering all of your questions and providing all the necessary documentation in relation to this property at number 32 Grantley Street in North New Brighton. The legal boffins, they describe the property a little more formally as being an estate in fee simple, being some 500 square metres of that fee simple freehold land, being Lot 1 on deposited plan 77253, which is all outlined on the certificate of title that Caleb and the team will have made available to each and every one of you. Now the list of chattels, it is relatively short in its nature. There's the fixed floor coverings, the blinds, the light fittings, there's the drapes, the range hood, the heat pump, the separate oven, separate cooktop, and the TV aerial as well. So they'll all be there come settlement date, which incidentally is set out for the 25th of June 2020, which is a Thursday. Now I do also draw your attention to the further terms of sale towards the rear of the agreement, clauses 21 through 26. Of most note, of most importance towards the rear of that agreement is of course those clauses 21.2 and 24.1. Basically understanding that you are going to be bidding and buying a property that is on an as-is, where-is basis. So under no illusions there as to what you bid and buy on here this afternoon. There are a number of telephone bidders in the room. We've got the paperwork, Caleb, to note that and acknowledge that, so I'm very, very comfortable that due process has been followed there. Very good. Well, moving then, if I can, just taking us across town back to North New Brighton, to number 32 Grantley Street. Its coastal location, there's the character charm, and of course there's that potential of, as well to add something of your own spin, something of your own flavour to this to make it into an absolute winner. I like the fact that it is situated down a very quiet cul-de-sac and backing onto the Rawiri golf course, so if golf's your thing, and it may be for a few more of us after these lockdown weeks where golf has been one of those pursuits we've been able to enjoy, we've got the golf course just down the end of the road there. Head out the end of the street and turn right and you've got the beach just a few minutes away. Turn left and you've got the brand new QE2 set up there as well. So if it's the outdoors, if it's the recreational spots and areas, then certainly a lot of flexibility and options there for you. When it's time to come home at the end of the day or perhaps over the weekend, then there is a lovely touch here in this home in terms of that mix of that native timber throughout the home, but there have been some modern improvements made throughout the property as well. So it really is a combination of that character. There's the comfort and the convenience there as well that comes. Now with winter already pretty much on us as well, there's the wood burner to keep us nice and warm. There's that heat pump as well as the insulation in the ceiling as well, so you'll be nice and toasty warm. And anyone with any weekend pursuits or perhaps a little bit of a hobby, well, you'll be very happy to know that there is the standalone double garage as well as that separate studio as well. So plenty of options here, plenty of flexibility depending on what you see fit for this one. In a moment I'm going to announce that pre-auction offer. I'll let you simmer on that number for just a moment or two and then I'll invite your bidding north of that level. So we've received a pre-auction offer for 32 Grantley Street in New Brighton at $225,000. At $225 is the bid. Just let you simmer on that for a moment and then I'll invite your bidding perhaps $10,000 to kick us off. Another $10,000 north of that, would you say? But at $225 I'll call it through 3 times. Property away for $225,000.
Bid, Mark?
Bid here, down the back, another 10, thank you sir, at 235 it is. Welcome in and good luck to you. Hope to see you at the end sir. At 235 folks, we're underway officially. Auction is away and kicking. Then at 235 we move forward in $10,000 increments. With the gentleman seated towards the rear of the building then at 235 I have. First chance at 2, 3 and 5 for 32 Grantley Street. What's the strategy folks? What's the next move up the ladder? Second opportunity at 235,000. 5 here, yeah, I'll take the 5 from you at 240. Sue, happy to do the same for you if it helps. On the nod it is at 2, 4 and 5. At 245 and with it straight to 250. 250 it is. At 250, good strong bidding here. Who takes me to 260 perhaps? Just on the 55, 260 it is. Puts forward 10, good strong bid. Got to fight for good property such as this, but at 260,000, just the 2 in it at this stage. First chance at 260. 5 down the back, I've got you there, sir, at 265. 3 faces in the race now. Be encouraged by the competition. Be encouraged by the interest at 265. On the nod at 70. Yep, on the nod, got you there, sir, at 275. Sir, back at 80, or has 80 here? Who's first? 2 3/4 I have with the gentleman seated here. First chance at 275. Second opportunity now at $275,000. I sell it away. It's the only one I've got to sell today. Third, final chance at $275,000. All done. Another 1,000 if it helps. Hate to lose it for $1,000. All done. Appreciate your bidding. Sure. Down the back, sir. Another 1,000 if it helps. Otherwise, I sell to the gentleman seated. Third and final chance at 275. Well, I'm happy to announce the property number 32 Gantley Street. It goes, it is sold. Congratulations. Well bid, well bought, sir. Folks, thank you very much for your interest and participation here in the Harcourts Gold Auction Rooms. It's been an absolute pleasure reopening our auctions, and we look forward to an outstanding lineup of properties in the coming days and weeks here. Look forward to seeing you again soon in the Harcourts Gold Auction Rooms.